Scrap Gold Base. Appreciate the response and the discussion on this, and I can understand how you believe that there will be a future end of the world. And you bring up the American Indians. How did Paul or the apostles preach to the American Indians 2,000 years ago when they weren't even aware of America? When Jesus spoke of preaching the gospel to the whole world, he used that that Greco-Roman word okomene, which meant the known world. You know, Caesar put a taxation out on the known world. That's in the scriptures. Did Caesar tax those American Indians at that time? You know, when Paul and Silas preached in Thessalonica, in Acts 17:6, it says, "These men who have turned the world upside down have come here also." The same word, okomene. Speaking of that known world, and Paul was accused again before Felix in Acts 24:5. "We have found this man a plague, one who stirs up riots among all the Jews throughout the world." I don't think there were any Jews in those ocean islands that you speak of, or in America. The American Indians were surely not Jews. These verses are talking about the known world, and you know, it goes all the way back into the Old Testament where that's what it speaks of. Centuries earlier, Daniel predicted the appearance of an empire, saying it would rule over the earth. Nobody thinks that the Greeks ruled the whole planet. It was that known world that they ruled. Believing it's about our day or our future is really taking it out of context, in my opinion, and in many others' opinion, but not the majority opinion. I can see why you have these opinions, and I respect those, but I think I'd think long and hard on it before I made people believe it. I made several videos, I think it was 4 videos, talking about over 100 time statements in the New Testament alone that spoke of the end that Jesus preached about. And it wasn't the end of the world, it was the end of that age, the end of that old Mosaic covenant, the Jewish economy. It was talking about the end that was coming on the nation of Israel in that first century, the same end that was predicted from the beginning of Scriptures to the closing of Scriptures in Revelation. I think a good understanding of those Scriptures would bring light to this for you and many other Christians that are hell-bent on saying that God's only solution to man's rebellion is to destroy the world and most of God's creation. I think Jesus himself preached that the kingdom was to be advanced through love, understanding, and grace, not through violence and force. which is what bringing on a destruction that Christians preach. In Revelation, the very first verse said these things given to John by Jesus Christ and symbols, and they were things that were shortly to take place. If Daniel spoke of a long time off and was to seal the book up, and Revelation speaks of a short time to happen shortly and not seal the book, I don't believe we can seal it for 4 times as long as Daniel's book was sealed and make it even further into our future. That's just some of my perspective on the subject, and looking forward to discussing it more. Peace, love, justice, understanding, music, and friends.